Bye, mate.
Hello, Matthew. Well, what's the pleasure of us being here?
I should TLDR you of my shenanigans last night. So basically, you know how like Den, you know how Den is, you know? He's very like, he will provoke you, right?
Mean man, thank you for the tier 1 for 8, by the way.
Yeah.
So last night, Den made me aware that I had a warrant. And he was acting brave about it, you know what I mean? Like, so I let him know he had a warrant, you know?
Hold on. How do you have a warrant if you went to jail?
I don't have a warrant anymore. I got a warrant later on in the day. I don't remember what I did. But I had a warrant, and I let him know he had a warrant, because he was acting like a big man. And then later on in the evening, do you know Brian Davids? Pretty sound cop.
Wait, oh yeah, Davids. Is that the one with the cornrows blonde?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
that's him. He called me. It sounded like Den was next to him, like egging him on, and said like, "Oh, you got shot up or something," referencing when we got shot earlier on in the day because the because the boost at the vault. Yeah. So you know, I let him know he had a warrant too. We were at the ballers stack chilling with the ballers. It was me, Steve, Nunu. One sec. What was I saying? Sorry.
You, Steve, Nunu, Bolasek.
Yeah, me, Steve, Nunu, a few of the ballers, and me. So I was the only actual Mandem there. We were ahead, then came down, and like I think he saw I was there, and then you turned. I let him know he's not about it, because you know what I mean. I was in the bowler sack, and then he went haze, and was still acting brazy. At this point, I had 2 warrants for 2 people, Brian and Dan. They were in haze.
When you said say you had a warrant for them, what does that mean? Like you had a warrant yourself personally?
I'm gonna go shoot them. Tap energy. When I see them, they're getting shot. You know. So they then apparently went to the Mandem block and pissed in our pool. And then proceeded to head over to Hayes. I got the intel he was at the block, so I went block. He wasn't there, and then. All right, one second. I just need to work out what I want to say.
Take your time.
Sometimes I do wonder.
Sorry. What was I saying? That is my bad. There will be no more pauses.
Dean pissed in the pool. You went to the block. He wasn't at the block.
Yeah, Den did that.
Yeah, Den.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in haze at this point. I got the information that he was in haze. There was quite a few employees in there. There was 4 of us and 2 of them. So we thought we'd run in, just hold them up. Brian surrendered himself straight away. Den, on the other hand, didn't. I'm gonna. I'll call you back. So we ran in. I held up Brian, and then Steve, I believe it was Taylor, and Nunu all went for Den. Den started letting it off. Steve, in the crossfire, may have shot Benji's sister. In a Seaside business.
But just out of curiosity, so who was involved in it? You, Steve, Nunu.
Steve, Nunu.
And 3 ballers.
Taylor, Finn, and 1 baller I don't know the name of.
Frank?
No, it wasn't Frank.
Holmes?
I know Frank. Not Holmes. Oh, yes, it was Holmes. You're right. Yeah, it was Holmes. I completely forgot who it was. And then basically we shot down Den. Unfortunately, one of the Seaside workers, Hayes workers, got shot. and we dipped out of there as quick as we could. At this point, we have the whole PD on us. So we go up Norfolk Drive. I believe Steve's car goes out, and we get into a fat shootout with the whole PD. As you know, the names I've listed, we kept kind of a demon squad. So we wiped PD, then dipped. But at this point, we've shot Benji's sister in a Seaside business. So Seaside reached out to Ballers because I don't think they realized Mandem were involved. Because like I was the only Mandem there, you know, and spotting people in purple outfits is a bit more significant than a chain, you know. So we reached out to them. We had a meeting right here. It was Michael Simone, Nick Simone, and some other bloke. He's valid. He's the one with like a sort of like Jay's old trim, but it's like silver.
What was he wearing?
I don't know. He had a Seaside chain. He has like silver hair.
Silver hair? Is it Benji?
Yeah. Nah, it wasn't Benji. This was way too late for Benji. It doesn't matter who it was. Yeah, I think it was Fredo. Yeah. Yeah, so I spoke to them. They were kind of a bit like, why are you shooting in the Seaside business? I sort of justified it by we outnumbered them crazy. We thought it was just going to be we hold them up and dip. At the end of the day, none of us like cops, you know, so I hope you can understand. They sort of understood that. The bit they were vexed about was the fact that we shot
Benji's sister
a civilian. Yeah.
Who was it that you shot?
I didn't shoot him. It was Steve that actually shot her. But it was Benji's sister, Winter.
Do Winter Sison is her name?
Yeah.
I believe that's also. I believe that's also Fredo's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Double
So
whammy.
we sort of agreed with the Simones and Fredo that we'd go speak to her and make sure she's straight and pay for her medical bills, and you know, if she wants some money, we'll give her some money. So you know, we called her down, said, could you pull up, or do you want us to pull up to you? She pulled up to the bullet sack in the end. We sort of had a conversation with her. She's all straight, and that's squashed. Fingers crossed. Seaside don't wake up on smoke today, because I feel like the Seaside we had last night were a lot more cordial than the Seaside we would have got in the morning.
I mean, in fairness, I've been with.
You think the Simones are cordial?
I've been with them all morning, Seaside, with both the Simones, with Draco, Mona, Benji, and there's been nothing said about it, to be honest.
Well.
Yeah.
Nothing said about it?
Not a word.
Thank God.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you squash it, great. But
I think, yeah, I mean,
it's a bit of a sticky one.
I mean, my opinion on it is, I think that just in the future, I suppose, don't put yourself in that position. It should have been a simple hold up, but just always assume that the cops are going to pull some fuck shit inside somebody else's business, you know. And maybe if it only involved the Mandem and not 3 ballers, Steve Nuno and 1 Mandem, they might have felt differently about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just be smarter next time. Obviously, I know you went in with a plan and that kind of went south, but could also take him somewhere else. But it be what it be. What happened.
Yeah. It's one of those, bro pissed out, Paul. I was kind of vexed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. If you said you had a meeting and you squashed it, mate, I mean that's
yeah,
the Matt W there, innit?
As long as you squash it, I don't give a fuck.
I'll be honest. While we're on the subject of Den Shiesty, should we kind of like chill out with Den Shiesty a bit? Because I feel like every time he drives past the block, we get into some kind of either like, you know, where we kidnap him, or you know, now we've wiped the PD because of him. Because the problem is, it's only going to come down to us getting fucked if every time we see him we try and have you claimed your warrant on him now?
Yeah, the warrant on both of them is claimed.
Oh, there you go then. So, unless he comes down and starts, I don't know, doing a shit on your doorstep, everything's sorted. Yeah, he's that kind of.
Try and bruise his ego with words before anything.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is because we'll never come out on top in that situation. Like, yes, you wipe the PD once, but let's be honest, if they really wanted to, they'll come back tonight.
Oh, bro,
tomorrow
they
night.
dumped us an hour later, bro, and they had the gun.
Okay, well, there you go then. That kind of says everything.
Yeah.
So you charged with? I'm assuming you were charged with everything then after that in the air. So yeah.
Yesterday, I was charged with 24 times.
Yeah. So what's that?
God, damn.
I really don't want to shoot cops. Like yesterday was one of them where they came at me sideways. Like the only time I went towards the cops in a situation where I had a choice was the Den one.
Did you just put the phone? Was that James that called you?
Yeah, I told him I'd be 2 minutes and he ignored it.
Is he calling you now?
I'm just talking to Matt.
Okay. I swear to God, if I get a phone call.
Is he not with Jay and Saints and all them?
Bro, I don't know. Jay's been ignoring me this morning. I tried to. I went on the radio this morning and said I should probably TLDR you or what happened.
I think him and Saints had a bit of a fallout this morning. I think about something. I'm not sure what it was. It's just that I don't think it's anything serious. It's just them things. But they were pushing weed and then I don't know. I don't think it's anything serious. And then obviously
he's been in a bad mood all week. I might say it. He's been in a bad mood for the past 3 days, bro.
That's why I just stay out of it and just help from a distance. Like that's my kind of because I don't think any of it's serious. I think it's just people bickering. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I got all got sorted though. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to be vexed.
I mean, if they were on smoke, they'd have literally they would not have been like they were with me this morning. You know how some people can be fake with you.
By now.
You know how some people. I don't think they would have been fake to the point where they were still kind of like asking me to get an interview at Burger Shot and all this kind of. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think the Simones cared enough to communicate it to the rest of the gang. You know, like I don't know where they are in the structure of Seaside, but
I think like they'd be pretty high up.
Who the Simones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put them up there if I'm honest.
Because I remember when we got shown their house over there, it seemed like they were the big dogs.
But it is, yeah. I mean, I've got a meeting with Michael Simone tomorrow, in regards to some stuff, meth stuff mainly. So I don't think he'd want to entertain what
meth stuff?
Just in regards to my strain.
Could you ask him about mine as well?
Probably not gonna.
If you can slide it in, please do though.
Maybe in the future. You know, this conversation has been in the works for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was gonna go. Well, actually, I can see what I can do.
Yeah. Bit jarring that one.
And then what was I gonna say? I mean, it's no secret that Michael Simone is capable of terrorism on a city-wide scale. So I don't think I think if you'd have pissed him off, you'd definitely know about it.
Is he a terrorist?
Is he a terrorist,
mate?
I'm pretty sure I know that. I really know much about the guy.
Every time I hear the Simone's name mentioned, it's about some crazy shit.
I've definitely heard about them before, but I don't really listen. You know.
I can tell.
Yeah, but neither of them seem very vexed. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize it was them until the end. I sort of spoke to them for 5-10 minutes and then asked that for the names at the end and was like, I've just been speaking to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I think they are the kind of people though that you definitely won't know they're angry until they blow your house up.
Yeah, they gave that energy. It was more like I'm disappointed than angry.
What? So you had a meeting with them and you felt like they were disappointed in you? And that says everything. If that's what.
Nah. Listen, everything.
No,
I
you did.
was
At the end of the
just,
day, you know, for all the shit you get given, if you've had a meeting with Seaside after you did that and it's ended well, then fair play to you, mate. Credit
Yeah,
where
I'm very
it's due.
surprised.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, I had
Yeah,
a few
I've been,
situations sometimes.
I mean, I've been in like 2 meetings with Seaside and they didn't end well. So anything else, Matt?
No, not really. All has said we can buy houses down in their ends.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because a few of us are honorary ballers.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
I don't think we're gonna
yeah.
offer the same.
yeah. I mean,
Just so you know.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that's
I mean,
a given.
I am a quotation marks honorary baller, but I left the south side, and yeah, don't know about going back.
I think it's they're wanting houses bought on Covenant. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, they want houses bought on Covenant to stop other fucking random people just buying them and not asking, because I know they're having trouble with diamond dogs. And I mean, when I say having trouble, they mean people are just going buying the houses without even asking.
Yeah.
So
Diamond Dogs were telling cops to buy houses down there, and 2 cops actually did.
now there's cops that own houses on Covenant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it?
So then what? They get shot by the ballers, and then all of a sudden they get like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. If I ever did purchase something down there, it'd probably be like some kind of like, I don't know, trap house or something, like a bigger plan. But I feel like, yeah, Southside's all fun and games until it's not, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I left in the first place.
But yeah, that's all I've got to say. It went pretty well.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that nobody's been working for Gold Rush in a while, or people are just buying gold pans again.
Why?
I'm getting spammed today.
Money's low, bro. People are.
Oh, you know who come and sold me some gold earlier?
Who?
Brooklyn.
Is that? Can I call you back in 2 minutes, please? Yes.
Who was that?
Stu.
Oh.
Why?
So what's the It wasn't Steve that called me. I wondered if it was like the gold person. What's the? I'm a bit confused. I'll be honest. So the Steve and Nunu thing, right? We were kind of all in agreement what happens with that, and now they're shooting cops with you guys.
I can't lie. I don't even know what's going on with that.
Bro,
So I don't think I was around for the conversation.
I have lost hope of everyone being on the same page, and the energy I'm on is I'm a chill with them as friends. Nothing more, nothing less. No.
No, absolutely, and that's fine. But we're not. As long as, because I don't really know what the outcome was. I've been away for 5 years. I've come out, and now everything seems to have reverted. But so we're not. I mean, it was. I suppose it was. So nobody is. We're not. How do we say it? We're not going against anybody in the group by hanging around with them or communicating with them, etc. Is that's fine. So it's okay to do that.
Well, after the whole thing of, you know about the whole Dean thing the other day, right?
I know about. I've been told. Like I said, I know about it. Yes, but I don't. I obviously, when you hear it from people, it's different to actually experiencing kind of what went on. But he came out his house. He was on the block. He got angry, threatened to shoot him. Dean was told to leave. Patel then had a conversation with Dean. Said you have to apologise. Dean didn't want to apologise. Patel took his vest. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. To be honest, that doesn't. Patar's like not backing Dean over Steve, but like, if how do I word this? I don't know how to word this properly, but it doesn't seem like we have a bad relationship with either of them, you know.
I'll be honest, mate. From my personal point of view, I was, getting to know Steve. I still don't know Nuno at all, but I didn't, dislike them, and I didn't really care what they were doing. You know what I mean? It didn't. But like the only reason I'm asking this is obviously, in regards to respect for everybody in the group. If there's people that, do not like people, like, you know what I mean? Like as what you guys, how you guys back me with, BSK for example. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know I don't fuck with them, so, in a certain.
I think it's very much for everyone on a friend level. If you get into stuff, you get into stuff. At the end of the day, I'm always have a decent relationship with Steve because we're Vendetta together.
Yeah,
so
of course.
there's gonna be that relationship. Nunu, I've been friends with for a long time. So
I mean,
I don't really know either of them that well, but I mean, they both seem like cool people, but I just don't know what is going on with everything. I have no clue. I wasn't involved in any of these conversations, so
yeah,
I understand that.
God knows, I wouldn't be able to enlighten you. We went in circles for hours, and I still feel everyone's not on the same page of what people want. So
No, absolutely, yeah. So basically,
I mean, fuck it.
nothing's
At the end of
changed
the day,
since I went away.
as I said with Dean, like, I ain't gonna stop you from hanging out with him. Be your friends, hang out with him.
So in reality,
Just
treat Dean the same way as you treat Steve and Nuno, if that's kind of
exactly.
That
But
being
just
said,
remember, Dean isn't Mandem. He shouldn't be on the radio.
Yeah, the shootout we had last night, Dean and Steve were in the same shootout.
Wait, what?
So, yeah. So
Wait.
we were boosting with the boulders. All of a sudden, we start getting lit up by cops to disable our car. I'm with boulders. We've just wiped cops like an hour
Wait,
before.
so is this after you shot Den?
Yeah. We
Oh.
wiped cops, bro. We were literally
Wait.
boosting a B. Yeah. One
So
of the boulders
Dean and Steve were boosting together?
not as such. So it was ballers, Steve, me, and Nunu, and like there was a couple spots in the six, and they were on the radio. Or Dean just woke up and was on the radio, and we started getting lit up. So Dean sort of like joined us when we started getting shot. Bro, I can't lie, it was brazy from the cops. They sort of just started shooting us, so we shot back. And then the last two that were up were Steve and Dean, honestly. So I don't know if they talked in prison, but yeah, that happened.
Okay.
Cops were on energy last night, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, I think we just need to, push forward and just,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, just keep everything running as it
Focus
can do.
on, yeah, exactly. And as I said, we need to actually make sure that we're working as a team rather than fucking bickering over every little minor detail.
Yeah, I'd be leaving them conversations where we be bickering. I said this to some of the boys that it'd be a power struggle at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
noticed
glad
it,
Winston actually apologized to you lot yesterday.
Yeah, he did. He did. I'm glad he done that as well because
It didn't seem like Winston.
I think as well, what people forget is, to be a leader, to have, that control and that influence that you want over people. It requires more than just, your ability to talk louder than other people. You need to be able to listen. Yeah, no, 100%. Because I mean, I don't do that, but it came to a point where people were having like an argument. I'd kind of come in with my point that like really what we're arguing about doesn't matter, and then they'd both start arguing with me. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, yeah, okay, boys, I'll leave you to it. it basically just became whoever could, I suppose, speak their point the loudest, you know. And but actually, at the end of the day, like a good, you know, just listening is a key skill as well that is required.
Yeah, that man.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. Credit where credit's due, Matt. I think I don't know. I think you've improved.
I'd be trying to improve.
Not that it means much from me, but you know what I mean. I just think after that little chat we had about the schematics of you know, the weed box not actually meaning a weed box, I think you've probably thought about stuff a bit differently, you know. So when people have said stuff to you, you've actually thought, well, does he mean he wants me to go and push a weed box, or is he just, you know, wanting me to say yes, no problem, I'll do what you say?
Yeah, I think my view on things was a little bit off. He opened my eyes to it quite a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Sorry guys, yeah, it's the AC Swarm is fucking here.
when I get told to do something and I bring up my issues with it
Mm-hmm.
before I go and do it, it comes across as I'm not gonna go and do it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
I just gotta reverse the order and do it, and then say I didn't agree how you made me do that. You know, and you,
Yeah, so it's
there
like
is no issue with
yesterday.
that.
Yesterday when we had the call at the block to hold up the tow truck driver. Like, some people might not have been on the same, might not have wanted to do it, but we made a call, we did it. It went wrong, we spoke about it after. That's how we should move forward.
End of the day, you make a call, it goes bad, you all end up in jail together, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You just do it and see what happens. If it goes wrong, learn from it.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of shit that can go wrong.
Like, the one thing that we all need to remember is people are making decisions purely to better the gang, not for their own like selfish needs, for the most part.
I think
So we just need to remember that people aren't trying to steer us wrong on purpose.
especially Patar, I think
Yeah.
you know, when you think about like everything that he does, you know, and then I think that's why it's so bizarre to me that people question his leadership. You know, when you think about the amount of work that he's actually put in for the group already, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
it just doesn't make any sense to.
I don't think it's people questioning his leadership. I think people question how certain like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like I don't think it's a bad take to say if we're gonna shoot cops, someone like Jay should be in charge over Patar, in my opinion. Like knowledge of how to go about a situation, with like positioning everyone, getting everyone on the same page. Jay will probably do a better job.
Yeah, but
You know?
Patar would delegate that to Jay anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's stuff like that though, that when I feel like people, you could say, question it, you know?
The problem is, and I understand what you're saying, I do, but what it is that people question is Patar will delegate Jay, and then they in the past there would still be, you know, 1, 2, 3 other people that would then continue to try and lead that situation.
Yeah. I'm
And that,
guilty of that though. I'm a lot better at, like, I wouldn't say leading, but I'm bad at like listening.
yeah, I mean, you don't always have to. The thing is, like in situations that involve shootouts and stuff, yeah, it's good to have amazing comms and all this, but as long as everybody's there, you know, fighting for the same thing, you know, best case scenario, you know, everyone gets out. Worst case scenario, everyone goes back. You know, it just is what it is. But I suppose that, you know, the better communication, the more people start to understand each other and work together, the percentage of those situations going well increases, you know?
Well, bro, it showed yesterday. I was with a group of people that all are capable and all communicated well, and cops got wiped within 2 minutes. You know?
I mean, I'll be honest, Matt, the people that you were with yesterday, I don't know if you'd have even needed to speak on the radio. And I think the outcome would have probably been exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know. It was
No, it was
who was he fucking
it was
with?
eye opening.
In when
Like,
fucking Taylor, Steve.
there was actually teamwork in a gunfight, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're gonna learn anything from the ballers, mate, it'll be that.
Yeah. Agreed.
But you have to think as well, how long have they been doing that together? You know,
Yeah,
how
they
many?
got way more experience.
And now they've got that reputation because people don't want to.
chemistry.
People don't want to find out, do they? That's the thing. And we'll get there, I'm sure. But I think we've got a bit further of the way to go. But what you do have to think as well
Yeah, baby steps.
is business-wise. You know, like we do other things better than they do. You know,
100%.
so don't get me wrong. There's gangs that do it all, but there's also different groups that excel at different things. You know.
Yeah, it's like that one baller that I swear the other day he said that was his first ever vault.
Mm-hmm. It's the
That
same
was
with
a shock to me.
yeah, it's the same with the business stuff. Like I want to, I know they've got a few stores and stuff, but I want to, like I say, I think me and Patel we're going to speak to them just about like, you know, how they run them, whether they're, you know, like our cash flow is significantly greater than theirs just because of the companies that we have. You know,
Yeah.
and I think, you know, imagine a gang like that. Yeah, I suppose with our cash flow, it would be, you know, you'd be looking. It's pretty much like your Hydra. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Literally. That's yeah. Talking about ballers. Hello. Just in a meeting, bro. What you saying? Nah, is he awake? Okay, yeah, I'll bell him in a few seconds. Okay, in a bit.
Denzel, you wanted to try and do a cook, right? Or could you not get a hold of Flippy?
Flippy, put the phone down.
Oh, okay.
Probably caught up in something. Well, I need a gun because I don't have one right now, so I'm gonna go see ballers quick.
Want to buy a gun, or do you want one off me?
Pythons is what I'm gonna be shooting with from now on. Which is kind of frustrating because it's the only gun we can't get ourselves, but
How much you selling Pythons for?
I bought one yesterday for 50. It was kind of damaged, but
Oh, okay.
they're cheaper than Deagles, and I can't lie, that better than Deagles, so
I can get them for 52.5.
okay. And that's brand new.
Yes, I mean that was the price. Like I say, the market fluctuates, but I can inquire. I can pretty much get them
Who's that on?
instantly. Seaside.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely order some of them. I can't lie, preference wise, like I ain't trying to.
I'll
shoot
be
with
honest.
the Deagles and stuff.
I think I might extend my parole
Wait.
Why?
because I'm just
Why?
terrible. I have decided that I need to get in the bin.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't think I could shoot that taxi tire, or like if it was still from here. I think I'd probably miss.
Oh.
Oh,
5 years in jail has done me no favors.
Yeah, maybe. Wanna go arcade?
Maybe,
I'm
mate.
down.
I think that might be the
I'm
that
down.
might be the play.
If you want a humbling
Alright,
experience,
let's,
we could go with the ballers.
No, I had a 1v1 against Frank earlier. That was enough.
Oh, how bad was it?
I think I got like 30 and he had 50 by the end.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the worst.
Yeah, it's not the worst. I
But,
thought it'd be a lot worse than that. But
No, but,
I got spot on by
it's not
Nunu
the
the other
problem
day,
is
to be
that
fair.
I think Frank
It
is
was
one
like-
of the worst. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think he is as well.
okay.
Well, no, he said he wasn't. In fairness, but I suppose it's yeah. You know, it's the effort that counts. If we ever get into any beef, I'm always there, regardless.
Yeah,
We just need a performance like that Hydra War again, and I'll be fine.
but I feel the same. Bro, I'd be having flashbacks to that PD wipe. The one ages ago.
I heard you haven't been the same